How you doing today?
Hey, Kendall, how are you doing? So excited to have a chat with you today. How are you?
It's so great to have the conversation with you. One of the main things that I just appreciate about people like yourself is that we provide so much value for other individuals and other companies. And one of the things, I want to talk to you about is how can we do better outreach, or how can someone do outreach without being annoying? And so I know that you've done a lot of great things with your companies that you work with and people that you help out. But I work with a lot of small businesses, and the owners are sometimes kind of bashful and saying, well, I really don't want to hit that record button, and I really don't know what to say, but I really need to get my message out. So what are some of the things that that's worked very well in your business, or the people that you work with, of how to do that, but without being annoying? Could you give me some advice?
Well, you know what? It's funny that we are doing this right now because this week I just attended an awesome conference talking about things like this, talking about what people are going through right now. And if you think about it, now that we are kind of coming out of the whole pandemic, kind of getting back to business. Let's just put it that way. We're getting back to business. So how we would really talk to people now is very different than how you talk to people in March, Because if you think about it, right now, what do people want? People want security, right? People want to know that everything's going to be okay. And especially if you think about it, our target audiences are businesses. So what do businesses want to know? Hey, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. So I really think, one thing that, that just my new mantra is that I'm here to help you succeed. And I want to, like you said, I want to give you whatever I can to help you succeed. And I really feel like, now that is going to be the new message. And with that, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to help people with the knowledge that we have, because you have knowledge, I have knowledge on different topics. And you got to remember, whoever you're talking to probably doesn't have that same knowledge. So it's going to help them.
Right. No, I totally agree. It's like when you're trying to get your messaging out, one of the things that I believe that most small business owners and just anyone, even a freelancer, what they need to do, they need to start out with just caring. If you start with just caring and come out with that point and not really caring about the sale, like I gotta close this deal, that's when you start becoming annoying. Would you agree with that?
Oh, totally. Because that's what you got to do. It's not about you, because whoever you're talking to, they could care less about you. They care about them, and they care about what can you do for me. So you got to remember that. So like you said, you got to reverse the script and care about them, not care about you per se.
Right. And I think that's one of the main points about how not to be annoying, because if you come with that caring heart, if you come with that giver's give type of attitude, first and foremost, it comes out in how you communicate to someone. And I know that it works very well. And especially of how to not being annoying. Of course, you're going to come up with that just caring. But I believe a way that most folks should start doing that nowadays is through video. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah. And especially, like we were saying, especially now when, the Zooms everywhere, this kind of video that we're doing right here, like the 8x8 that we're using here. Now that it's so easily available and it's so easy to do, you can actually connect more with people now than you could in the past, I believe. And, kind of like, we got married 5.5 years ago. And one of the things that I always kept in the back of my head was, okay, if something doesn't go right, who knows about it? Me, my future husband, and my mom. Because we're the ones who planned the wedding. Other than that, no one knew anything happened. No one knew, oh, the centerpiece wasn't right, or, oh my gosh, they didn't play the right songs. No one else knew. So if you really take that, so what I think is if you take that in business and think about it this way, like I know we have a barter exchange. Benvana is one of our businesses. Think about it. Not everyone knows about barter. So if you're able to take that mindset and remember, not everyone knows everything. So you can then, through video, tell people about what you do. I think that helps a lot because you're not talking to a bunch of other people in the barter industry, or you're not talking to a bunch of other people in the, tech industry. You're talking to people who actually want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, most definitely. And when you're talking about don't assume, that reminded me of a LinkedIn Live video that was on with Rand Fishkin. He was one of the former co-founders of this company called Moz, and then now owns SportToro. And he talked about don't assume that people know what you do. Don't assume that they understand specifically how you drive value to their business right up front. And that's what I love about this topic that we're talking about on this episode of how to talk to your target audience without being annoying. If you are understanding that you're coming out through with just caring and then using the video to do that, I believe it helps you on a couple different levels. And that one level is you're able to put a face behind the content. And you're able to, if you are kind of emotional about things or showing how you're feeling, people can resonate with that. I get this a lot from my YouTube channel, that people can just go to YouTube and just type in my name, Kendall Matthews, and you'll find it. And what they found, I get people commenting back, I saw your face, I heard what you're talking about, and you resonated with me. Because Mary Ellen, as you know, you're not going to always connect with everybody. It's those individuals that you really can vibe with. You can feel that, hey, this is a good partnership or relationship, and I believe that we should move forward and whatever that looks like. That's the type of people that you really want to work with. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and again, that kind of goes along with another thing that that we really talked about this week is that exactly like you said, not everyone you talk to is a good fit. So if we're having a conversation, it's kind of like we're on a date. I'm dating you to see if your business is good for my business, and you're dating me to see if, your business is good for my business. So it's kind of that mutual, that dance. You're doing that dance. Because again, if it's not a good fit, then there's no need to pursue it per se. And I think you get a lot of that through these conversations. And then, like you said, if you can do videos like this and talk about and educate people, then it can really help hone down the people who are actually interested and engaged in what you have to offer.
So when you're talking about, because I always come up with video, but then I always have to bring myself back to and tell me some of your tips of what some people just don't want to do video. They're kind of been thrust into this world. Not everyone has been thrust into this we need to do digital video all the time world. So what do you tell those business owners who I really don't feel comfortable in front of the camera? So is there a different way that they should communicate, or should they just say, grin your teeth and just do it?
Okay, I'm just full of puns today. I'm just full of them. So here's another one. Think about this. Through evolution, it wasn't the fastest or the smartest who made it. It was the ones who could change. It's the ones who could evolve. So, it is what it is. You gotta evolve. And where we are right now is video is evolving. So, if you're not willing or able to even, join Zoom meetings or, online meetings, or let alone host your own meetings, then I think you're going to kind of get left in the dust. I know that's really harsh, but that's the truth, I believe, right now.
Right. And it is. I believe that, as a technology broker, when I'm helping those businesses who want to adapt and grow and transform their businesses digitally, one of the things I always lead with is how can we communicate better? How can we provide that customer experience better? And I believe one of the things that you can do that faster is saying, all right, here's what we can do, not being annoying, but trying to target our target audience, is create small, like 60-second videos on your Facebook profile page and just talk about, like, why am I doing this business? Why did I get inside of this business? What caused me to do this? And becoming personable, not trying to sell your barbecue and not trying to sell your barter and trade, but say, hey, give me a background and understanding of what was a catalyst for my journey, and then talk about that in 60 seconds. I think that goes a lot for people who really want to connect with you. What do you think?
Yeah, because it really makes you human, Before, if you think about it, it was more, words on paper. But now we have the ability to easily make it, a face with the name. And so that really helps. And then also, like, to take what you said a step further, so think about it from a marketing standpoint. If I do a 60-second video, that's great. But what can I do with that 60-second video? I think that, and then that's the most important thing. Yes, I put it on my YouTube channel so I can get my YouTube link. So then I can put it on all my social media. I can share it with all my personal social media. I can put it on my Google My Business. I can put it out in email marketing. So if you think about it, that one little itty bitty video that took you 60 seconds to make can give you like a whole marketing plan right there. And I think, that's really important for people to remember is, you take that 60 seconds of effort and then you could just make it way larger.
Right. And I believe that's the main thing. It's how not to be annoying when you're trying to reach that target audience is being, like we talked about, just caring, being authentic in your 60-second story. And then the third thing that we talked about was in getting that link from whatever platform you uploaded on, and then just sharing that authenticity across the entire platforms that you have, and then sharing that and showing it. And what's the great thing about that is that you can control the narrative. You can control your personal brand through that video. But here's the secret thing that I really love about doing it through video first is because then you can have it transcribed. And then and that's why when I'm talking to businesses about their technology and their uses, we're looking at, all right, what do you have? And then if we start with video first, then making sure that, hey, if we use this as a communication platform, let's make sure that we use the pieces together in an integrated fashion. Figure out how we can either have it transcribed, making sure that if you're on the video smiling, so you can take a snippet out of that video and then use it as an image. Use that image as a quote piece as well, tying it back together. You can do so many things with it and not be annoying because you're providing that value to your target audience, and then start to lead them down that journey, your own personal journey of how you came to this point of providing that great value to other individuals in a just caring attitude and mindset. Yeah,
and so I'm going to toot my own horn here a minute. So
toot.
We went out of town for the last holiday, Labor Day, and it was awesome. We saw people who we don't see every day because they live in other states, and they were like, oh, I see your videos. Oh, I see your weekly videos. What is Venvana? What does Venvana do? Oh, I didn't know about this and I didn't know about that. So it really helps with those conversation starters because again, like you said, if you're just authentic, if you're just providing information or an update on something, people are watching. People are definitely watching, and they're going to bring it up in conversation the next time they see you. So, I mean, I think, going back to what you said, are people who are hesitant about doing it. Well, I'm sure, it's all about being top of mind, right? Again, you could be top of mind without being annoying because you're just sharing your passion. You're just sharing your why with people. And so just keeping that in mind, it definitely helps when you see people, when you talk to people. It's a great conversation starter as well.
Most definitely. And so I think this has been a great conversation starter, just right now, and showing that value about that we're helping other individuals and business owners out so they can be successful as they adapt and grow in this type of new normal, this now normal. And that's what these conversations that we're having, Mary Ellen and I, just making sure that, hey, here's the things that we can provide to help those companies who want to adapt and grow. But the main thing that we're looking for is how do we have that great relationship together? Is it a great cultural fit? We're not just looking for sales transactions. We're looking for cultural fits so we can have a longer lifetime value that for, our journeys of whatever we need from whatever projects that are happening, that we can make sure that we provide the fun together. And more importantly than that, drive the value too.
Awesome. Yeah, I totally agree. Because if we do business together, it's not all about, putting dollars in my pocket. It's about also putting dollars in your pocket. So, the more we can do together, the more we can lift each other up. That's really what it's all about.
Wonderful. Well, folks, thank you for listening to this episode. We're going to continue to do this, Marinella and I, but make sure you provide your questions. And so in the comment section below, say, hey, just give us a thumbs up and subscribe to what you're listening to right now, because we want to continue to provide that value. So we need to hit your feedback. So subscribe, like this channel, and make sure you hit that notification button.
Yes. Thank you, Kendall. And we'll see you next time.
Ramp up.